Guys, I don't even know the last time I was this excited to make a YouTube video. Like, there is just so much to talk about in this game. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was just casually sitting on my couch watching this match. Oh my god, man, this match, every single time these two play, it is just amazing, man. It's amazing. This game had it all. I know some of you guys probably watched the video yesterday. We did a prediction, and we were so close. I said 2-2 was my prediction, and Jude had to ruin it at the end. He had to ruin it. 3-2, Real Madrid go ahead. Man City were up 2-1 in the 80th minute. And what happens? The Real Madrid DNA strikes yet again. Is anyone surprised? Maybe I'm a little surprised. I'm actually not surprised. Look, Real Madrid for me this season, obviously, they are going to be still, no matter what they do in the league, the team to beat. I even said in my prediction overall video, I'm not sure if they're going to do it all this year, but let me tell you, yesterday from our preview video, we did not have them going out against Man City, okay? We did not. Now, I predicted 2-2, and then I was saying that I thought it would go back to Madrid, and that one would be pretty ugly. We have so much to unpack from this game, so guys, before we talk about anything, drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below, what's your takeaways from this game? Get in the comments. We're going to be talking about a lot, because there's more than 3 or 4 or 5 things to talk about. There's like 15. Where do we start? The first goal, the goal that starts us off in this game. Obviously, you guys saw it. Haaland had a beauty of a goal. It was a really nice play, man. Guardiola, amazing. This game, I thought he was really good. Grealish provided excellent pass to him, and then Haaland with a great finish. Real Madrid honestly came out really hot this game. And look, if you are watching this, you're a City fan, you got to be gutted. I'm going to tell you guys why you got to be gutted. Because you guys survived the craziness. All right, Madrid, I felt like had a lot of really crazy, clear-cut chances at times early on. City had a few, but I thought Madrid maybe had one, and they had survived that. And then they got the goal, which, was very important. We saw a lot in this game. We saw posts both sides. We saw Mbappe hit the post, about to get a second goal. I think we saw Haaland hit the crossbar. Vinny on the wing, the quickest cut-in ever, and hits the top of the crossbar before the keeper could literally even react. We saw a Fede Valverde rocket. Ederson got a paw on it, right? So we saw so much in this game. And 5 goals, honestly, for the game at hand, for what we watched, it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's underwhelming, right? Because we predicted goals in this one, but we probably could have had like 7 goals total today. There's a lot that's already been talked about the penalty. Haaland scored the penalty. It was a perfect penalty, but was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? You know what I'm going to say to you guys? I'm happy that in the end, this one is not totally, determined on that outcome. Now, look, at this point, the technology is the technology. The refs are the refs. They're going to make the decisions, and they thought it was a penalty. I'm not here to sit here and tell you, unless it's blatantly obvious that it is or it isn't, and it gets called the other way, I will say something. I don't really know. I guess, it was probably a soft penalty. It was given, and then they convert that. So City at that point, goes up 2-1. Brahim Diaz, impact sub, off the rebound, finishes the first-time volley. Ederson, you probably want to see him do a little better. He parries it right to Diaz, but Diaz, again, for me, one of the best super subs you could have. He's such a talent, and, rockets it into the corner. And then, bro, City, honestly, if you're watching this as a City fan, man, you got to be gutted. All right, because you survived the early storm, you get the first goal, and not only that, you respond as well. You take advantage of a penalty call. You go up 2-1 in the 80th minute. All right, you're having the stinker season you've had. Probably the worst overall Man City season we've had in I don't even know how many years, but more than 5. And, you're giving yourself a chance here to say, okay, we could go back to, Madrid. We could be up 1 goal, and it gives ourselves a chance. Would I still bet on them to win? No, it's not good enough. I was going to sit here, do this video today, and if, the result held where City was up 2-1, I'm not going to lie, guys, and some of you would say I'm a City hater. I would have got on here and said it's not good enough. It's not good enough. From what I saw from Madrid today, Madrid had no fear playing this team. They were going up against City. They did not care. We've seen years, I felt like, where Madrid were looking at those City games. You could see it in the body language. Those players out there saying, oh, shit, this team is nasty. Did not see that. Now, I thought overall City actually played all right today. Some of these City games we've seen this season, they were absolute stinkers. There's players on City that just aren't as good as they used to be. I think in multiple departments. I thought Ederson was actually really good today. I thought Ederson kept them into the game. I know that, a lot of people are going to react to the game and say at the end, well, it wasn't good enough, right? Because obviously what was kind of going on in the last goal, Vinny gets the ball, chips Ederson. It wasn't going in, but Jude's on the follow-up and he's onside. at the time of it, whether it was a chip or a pass. I think he tried to shoot it, and then Jude just finishes it, man. And look, let's just break down a couple things, okay? Because people are gonna find a way. This is the internet. They're gonna try to say that Jude is overrated because he scores the game-winning goal today. People are so shameless. I've already seen it on Twitter. The people saying he's the worst superstar we've had in football in a while. People need to start putting some respect on Jude Bellingham's name, bro. All right, this guy has been performing at such a high level. He is such a solid squad player, man. This guy is unreal to have in your team. A workhorse. I'm watching him out there today. Just watching how he picks out the gaps, picks out the press, everything, the touch, everything about him. He's so good. So I don't want to hear from people saying this guy is not him. He's amazing. He's amazing. All right? Him and Valverde, watching those two out there, they're incredible footballers, man. Incredible. So this whole Jude overrated stuff, I hate it, man. I really do hate it. And Jude, for me, it's funny that he finds his way to Real Madrid. You know, we saw even at times with the Euro this summer how clutch Jude was at certain moments. Man, this guy is clutch too. Like, Jude is also really clutch. We've seen Jude score a lot of big game goals. There's just so much to break down. You know, final stats from this game today, Real Madrid almost 3.5 XG, Man City a little bit more than 1.5. Again, a lot of teams still happy to let Man City have the possession. They're not as dangerous with the possession. I was watching highlights of Man City this morning. I was watching, kind of what the previous matchups looked like. Man City used to be so much more dangerous with the ball, whether it was Mahrez or KDB in his prime or Bernardo Silva looking way better than he does now. They just were way more dangerous with the ball. They're not as dangerous with the ball anymore. 20 shots to 11, Madrid in favor. Madrid today, honestly, I'm going to be really critical in this video about some of the Man City players, but Madrid really impressed me. You know, there's something about Mbappe right now. That Mbappe, yes, you're still going to have the moments where Mbappe gets an amazing pass from Rodrigo and he shanks it over the bar, but Mbappe just looks more like himself again. I think it just took some time to really get that match sharpness, that fitness. He really looks great again. He's out there making really good runs everywhere. I loved what I've been seeing from him. Ceballos had an amazing pass to Mbappe. People will still find a way to hate on the goal, say that he shanked the finish. Maybe they're right, but the goal is the goal, and the finish was fine. And Madrid have to be very proud to go out, get a 3-2 win today because, with the back line they went out with, right? Valverde, Tchouaméni, Asensio, and Mendy, right? I mean, to get this result today, it's a very good result for Madrid. I think they will go home and have no problem against Man City. I know Man City is going to fight. I know Man City is going to have that grit and that passion. And it was nice to see Stones out there today because I thought Stones and Guardiola were really nice. Man City is just not Man City anymore. And you look at the players, is the team even all that much different? Yeah, it's a bit different. It's not all that much different. But the players, man, we're seeing a massive decline in De Bruyne's career this season specifically. We did get a hint of De Bruyne at the Euro where I just felt like watching De Bruyne at the Euro. He just was lacking the clinicalness, the perfect pass, the perfect shot, just going wide a little bit. He's just past it. Haaland did what he could today, I felt like. With the service that he's getting. I thought Savinho at moments was okay. I just haven't been loving what I'm seeing from Bernardo Silva. Haven't. And I think without Stones or Guardiola today, and some of those Ederson saves in the first 60, 70 minutes, this could have been like 5-2, 6-2. So, City dodged that, but I'm disappointed in City overall today. Where I'm getting disappointed is they had a chance. And this is my problem with City this year. There's just no composure. There's no consistency. They are a team that has now turned into a team, let's be honest, that just chokes leads, right? This team this season has choked so many leads, a couple in the Champions League, a couple in the league. It's just not pretty, man. They're winning games, and they cannot close out games for the life of them. Whether you think that's a managerial, a player problem, I don't know what that is, but to have a chance, just to give yourself a chance, because you return to Madrid now being down 3-2, I'm sorry, you have no chance. I'll give you 1% chance. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'll give you 1% chance. You're talking second leg, Champions League. You're going to try to tell me you're going to go to Madrid and win. Good luck. And you're down a goal, the only chance you had was that you had maybe one goal. And still, I was going to say, as I said earlier, I don't think that's good enough. I think they would have had to won by 2 or 3 goals today. Serious statement, right? Serious statement so they can play that low block next time. They can play Haaland on the counter. And now, they're going to have to go for it. They're really going to have to go for it early in this next one. And I think, Madrid will have some players back defensively. I liked what I saw. I think this was one of the better games all season, chemistry-wise, that I saw from Real Madrid, just in terms of how they looked. A lot more understanding positionally. Mbappe, Jude, Vini, and Rodrigo, where everybody needs to be. I think Rodrigo might be one of the most underrated superstars in the world right now. Just I think he's so consistent, especially in the Champions League and massive matches. I don't know, man. I just watching him, his understanding of the game, always in the right moments, the right places. Very impressive player to me. And Vinny kind of started slow today for me, like was struggling to find, link up passes at moments. At times I worry, is Vinny being too selfish? Can he look to combine? There was a moment where I think Mbappe had made a really good run. He didn't find Mbappe, but they're still figuring that out. And look, when you have a player or two players on your team like Vinny and Mbappe, you just let them cook. Jude Bellingham is living in paradise because this man is, his real role in these games is to, press like a maniac, defensive positioning, and then look, just follow up Mbappe and Vinny, right? And what happens when you do that? Well, Vinny, Vinny gives you essentially a free goal because you're just following up on the play. You're making the right run. So Jude Bellingham is probably gonna, over the next few years, really just consistently probably make most team of the years, probably just really turn into, legacy and career wise, just an incredible, don't even know the word for it, but I mean, he's just going to be living in heaven on this team. And this team, as long as they can keep the key pieces, will continue to be very successful at Real Madrid in the Champions League. Again, this is still probably one of the teams to beat. Where I get a little worried is, if they play a more serious team, and no offense to Man City, but like a Liverpool who's going to press them out the game, or Barca where there's a little bit more, not rivalry because Man City and Real Madrid have that in the Champions League. Will they be able to survive those really high, quick tempo paces? Again, though, Madrid, for me, are going to be able to adapt to a lot of teams' play styles with the way they play. They could sit on the counter. They could possess. They actually had more possession today. And, they had less defensive problems than I was expecting. With the defenders they were going out there with today, I'm shocked. Only 1.6 XG, and one of those was, one of them was a penalty. So I don't know. Is it that, wow, were we just underestimating how much, Real Madrid are really capable of, regardless of who they use? Well, Champions League shows us that every year. Were we, or is Man City really just that bad this year? This is a story with City, though, and it's funny, like, they just can't get a break. I actually thought Jack Grealish today was playing well. I haven't seen Jack Grealish play that well. Like, I don't even know the last time, right? And to see him do that, and then he gets injured, right? It's just, man, these guys cannot catch a break this season. But, for me, Guardiola, the best player on City probably today, just consistently. He's just out there working out like a maniac. It was an incredible game, man. These games between these two, it's cinema. That's why we did a preview on it in the channel yesterday. That's why I've been hyping it up. That's why today we watched all the previous matchups, because when these two face off, it's just electric. Like, I'm just on the couch. It's going crazy, man. It's so much back and forth. It's the football that we love to watch. It's not the slow, boring football. And that's the one thing that I really respect about Real Madrid. Even if you watch the video, you're a Barca fan, whatever. Real Madrid, man, they're just really fun to watch, man. They really just go at it, especially with the players they have. It's for me why I really like watching Barca this year. It's why I like watching Liverpool. These teams just give you that more feeling of that traditional football. You're just watching a team go. So I really like it. I'm not saying it's necessarily Route 1 football. It's not like they're long ball, playing out. City have a lot of work to do. That we really haven't seen that come back from them this season. They're lacking a lot of composure. They got lucky to even get into this game. They really did clutch it out. What's going to happen in this next leg? I'm not feeling too optimistic. If I'm a City fan today, I'm pretty much saying, well, fries in the bag. We're probably out of this thing. We got a little chance. We're within one goal. Anything is obviously possible, but Real Madrid are going to be feeling really stoked. I think Real Madrid know deep down whatever is going to happen in La Liga, the Spanish Cup, all these cups, this is their aura. This is their competition. Until some other team comes knocking at the door and wins like 4 or 5 out of the next 10, the UCL will always be Real Madrid's competition. All right, doesn't matter how the season is going. It's a whole other stage. Everyone knows that. And, they're always going to be ready to play no matter who goes out on the pitch. For me, Real Madrid is going to get better lineup-wise second leg. They're going to go home. It's going to be even more challenging for Man City. Not to mention, City today, in moments, defended very well. They were compact. They were disciplined. Most times we see a City matchup with anybody, City is cooking the other team. They are giving it to the other team while the other team does a low block. So, that asks the question now. Next leg, they're going to have to go for it more, and they're going to be even more vulnerable to a, Mbappe in very good form, who's found his form, Vinny in solid form, Jude in incredible form, and Rodrigo, right? So that's where I'm worried. That is where I'm worried, and they're probably most likely, for the next leg, if we just look at injuries, I don't know who is necessarily all going to be coming back. I assume they might get 1 or 2 of these players back potentially. So we will see. Obviously, those are late February. It's nice that they don't have to rush any of these players. They didn't even use Arda Güler today. They didn't even use Endrick, man. This team is like, once this team figures it out, whether it's going to be this year, where they just consistently, every week, they're just so good. W. It's going to, again, they're going to be the team that we thought they were going to be. They looked really good today. I liked what I saw. I liked, for me, the last thing I will add here is that I liked how, at 2-2, they don't give a crap. They keep going. Like, a lot of teams going back, especially if you're Real Madrid, all that, it's 2-2. A lot of people would say, okay, we're away. This is not a bad result. Let's go win it at home. They kept going, and that's why at the end of the day, that last goal was killer for Man City. Killer. Because now they got to go and chase it. All right, this was going on before the game. Stop crying your heart out. Well, how did that go, right? That's how that went. So, man, what else did I point out here? Jude Bellingham, the inevitable aura. I mean, the Madrid guys are dancing. And I don't know exactly who won man of the match. Let me see if they've given out the man of the match yet. But, man, what a game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it today. We were one goal off of our prediction. Vinny got the man of the match. Wow. So they gave Vinny the man of the match. That's crazy. Wow. So after all of that, after the whole tifo and everything, Vinny gets man of the match. Wow. What a game today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're going to have more coverage this week on this channel with other Champions League fixtures. So we'll see you guys then. And thank you guys for watching, man. All the best.